So let's talk about all the books I read by Elle Keaton. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Charles from the channel Books on Stereo, and I'm here to talk about all the books that I read by Elle Keaton. And if you have never heard of Elle Keaton, she is an MM romance author who kind of more specializes in MM romantic suspense. Now, I've only read 4 books by her. No, sorry, I read like 6 books by her. I only have 4 in physical format because the other 2 that I read don't have a paperback version available, which is sad because those 2 books are actually my favorite books of hers. Like, Elle, if you're watching this video, get those 2 books that I love in paperback and send them to me. Thank you so much. So without further ado, let's get into the books. So the first 2 books that I have are both a part of the same series. We have Conspiracy Theory and Long Shadow, and these books are not standalone, so they follow the same couple throughout, I believe, as a 5-book series. I only read books 1 and 2, but I really did enjoy these for what they are. They're a little bit on the slow burn side. I would say the first book doesn't really have any steam into like 90% of the way through the book, so these are more firmly, I would say, like mystery suspense thrillers with a light sprinkling of MM, but it definitely grows as you get further along in the series. And you definitely get more of the romance vibes in the second book. The first book I gave like a 3.5 out of 5 stars, and then the second book I gave a 4 out of 5 stars. The only reason why I did that is because I was like, I didn't realize that these were slow burners, but I still liked it. But then I was still like, hey, Elle, I know you can write some steam. Where is the steam? Stop holding out on me. And so this is another one where my expectations made me be petty and dock the book a couple of stars in terms of my rating. And then up next I have her Accidental Root series. So I have book 1, which is Storm Season, and then book 5, I believe, and this is His Best Man. You do not have to read these books in order. They're all complete standalones. There's still romantic suspense, but this one, the romance is a little bit more pronounced. Is a little bit more prominent in these narratives. Storm Season was sadly my least favorite book by this author. I gave it a 1 out of 5 stars. This one just like fundamentally didn't work for me. I think it was more the narrator of the audiobook just really didn't work for me, and that kind of like already put this book at a disadvantage. So I think my actual like listening of the audiobook really kind of ruined the experience for me for this book. But then we got to this book and I absolutely loved it. She changed narrators. It was a whole different ball game, and I really did end up enjoying this one. This one would basically follow, I believe, one of our heroes is basically getting forced to marry a woman in his small town by his mother, by his father, and then he kind of rekindles with an old crush that he had back in the school days, and it's their romance. Now in this one, the mother is absolutely crazy and I love her. She is psychotic, but overall I really did enjoy this one. This one is a little bit more like cozy small town instead of like straight like kind of dark action thriller like Storm Season was. I can't even really remember what Storm Season was about, which is a bad sign. But in this one, yeah, it's a little bit more like cozy kind of vibes, but it still has that like romantic suspense edge to it, and I definitely think this is definitely one that you definitely want to try out. Now the other books that I don't have physical copies of that I actually really love by this author is, I believe it's Trusting the Elements, and this is book 1 in a new series. Book 2 hasn't been announced just yet, but in this book we basically follow one of our main heroes. He is on the run from his ex-husband who is stalking him, and then he walks into a bar and meets this handsome stranger, and it's their romance. And y'all, this one was probably my favorite Elle Keaton book of all time. I absolutely love this one. The smut was on a whole nother level. Absolutely love this one. Love the conclusion, how it kind of resolved all the issues with the ex-husband. And yeah, I just overall really like this one. Then finally we have Love by Elle Keaton, and this is like a short novella, kind of small town. Not so much a romantic suspense, it's more like a contemporary MM romance. Love this one, gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. Really cute, really sweet. Don't remember too much about the plot because I don't think it has too much of a plot because it is a novella, but I do remember really enjoying my time reading this book. So that is it. So do I recommend that you read Elle Keaton? I would say yes if you are a fan of MM romances. I would say no if you're not. I would say definitely stay away from these books, but if you are, I would definitely recommend her Conspiracy Theory if you're her Conspiracy series if you're kind of interested in that more slow burn. But if you want like the steam off the bat, I would pick up Trusting the Elements, which is super steamy and I absolutely love that book. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know down in the comment section down below if you're going to read Elle Keaton or if you have already read Elle Keaton, and let me know your thoughts. If you have read books by this author. And thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys with a brand new video. Peace.